Hi, I'm John Maxwell. When the top companies in the world are looking for trainers, speakers, and coaches, there's one name that stands above the rest, and that's Maxwell Leadership. Our certified team members have gotten proven results for companies all over the globe, and our reputation, I'm proud to say, is second to none. Some of our members have risen to the top of their profession, including the one you're going to meet today. I proudly introduce you to my friend Bob Fabian Zinka.
Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If you need to develop into a better leader, this podcast is for you. If you want to achieve a greater level of success, this podcast is for you. His mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell, said it best: everything rises and falls on leadership. We hope to inspire you today and provide you with an insight that has the potential to positively impact the trajectory of your life. Welcome to the Leadership and Success Podcast.
Imagine gaining the leadership skills that could redefine your career. Join Coach BZ on the Leadership and Success Podcast, where each episode delivers practical insights from world-class speakers, military leaders, and industry experts. We dive deep into what matters most: building resilient teams, leading through uncertainty, and navigating complexity with clarity and confidence. Every conversation is crafted for aspiring leaders like you who are ready to grow, lead, and make a lasting impact. Don't miss our powerful live sessions and recent highlights. Michelle Hayward on building diverse, high-performing technical teams. Ann Leslie on leading through global complexity and cybersecurity risk. Ron Carpenter AI exploring faith, resilience, and AI-powered leadership. Colonel Michelle G.I. Gardner-Ince on commanding influence from the battlefield to the boardroom. Chris Robinson on shifting from drift to drive in life and leadership. And Coach Enrique Acosta Gonzalez on mentorship, legacy, and heart-centered leadership. Ready to level up your leadership journey? Tune in on Spotify, Apple, Audible Podcasts, YouTube Live, and LinkedIn Live. Join the movement toward leadership excellence. Listen now and start transforming your success.
It's about embodying the responsibilities, showing the capabilities of the role before you get the title. Immerse yourself in the strategic thinking, the operational realities, the leadership demands of those future roles. Show you're already capable, already trustworthy.
And for the engineers in Silicon Valley, the advice is equally forward-looking. Start learning the leadership skills you'll need as a director or CISO before you get the title.
Yeah, anticipate the future needs. Identify potential skill gaps for higher levels, maybe strategic communication, budget management, team building, executive presence, and actively work to fill them now. Don't wait for the promotion to suddenly decide you need those skills.
Build your own roadmap for growth. Don't wait for the org chart to define it.
Zynga's Ask Yourself prompts here are perfect for that kind of self-assessment. What am I doing to prepare for the leadership role I want?
And what skills, relationships, or habits am I neglecting?
These demand a really honest look at where you're investing your time and energy and where the critical gaps might be that need attention, like now. It's a call for strategic self-development.
This Pillars Think on These Things section also connects to Scripture, Ephesians 5:15-16,
which says, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil.
And Zynga's further insight explains it powerfully. Doors of leadership open at unexpected times. The prepared will walk through. The unprepared will watch them pass by.
And then this killer line. Opportunity meets favor at the intersection of discipline and readiness.
That phrase is so good. Discipline.
Well, thank you for being with me today on the Leadership and Success podcast. Today is Thursday, September the 18th. It's about 7 a.m. here on the West Coast and 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Thanks for being here. All right, today is going to be the 10-minute AI recap of the podcast we had yesterday, What's in Your Blueprint? So I think that was one of the most important speech is, I believe, of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King after I Have a Dream. What's in your life's blueprint? I think I was about 7, 8 years old when I first heard that speech, and it definitely did impact me a lot. Uh, Especially the primary idea that no matter what you do in life, you have to be the very best you can be at doing that. I think that's really, really powerful. That's also where we got the line: if you can fly, run; if you can't run, walk; if you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Very, very powerful. Okay, let's start with our moment of gratitude, like we do every single day. This is where it's only going to take a moment, less than a minute. We're going to ask you to think about one thing that you are grateful for today. Okay. If you want, close your eyes if you can and put yourself in your happy place. Take a deep breath and think about, what am I grateful for today? Today, I think I'm really grateful for my family. It's really the closest relationship I have, my wife and my kids, and it's just a blessing to be around them. Uh, Really, a definition for success for me is not really what I achieve and what I get, but really keeping that respect, the devotion I see in my wife's eyes. If my wife can respect me no matter what, then I know I am successful. Uh, I don't know what your definition for success is, but I think it really does mean a lot for somebody who knows me better than anybody else out there, and who still uh, respect me for who I am, not just what I have or what I can bring home. So it's really a blessing. All right, so let's go to the 10-minute AI recap. I will have my AI agent Joe and Liz provide that for you. And as you listen, please let us know where you are coming from, what city and state, if in the US, or what country if outside of the US, and also what you are grateful for. And as you are listening to it, please type in your one, two, or three takeaway from this 10-minute takeaway podcast. Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast, folks. Today, we're diving deep into a blueprint for leadership that fuses timeless wisdom with modern challenges, drawing inspiration from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s iconic message and the insights of Bob Fabian BZ Zinga.
I'm really excited about this because it's all about servant leadership and, personal excellence, right?
Exactly. It's like, Dr. King said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve.
Indeed.
And that sets the tone for recognizing our innate worth beyond just our titles.
Absolutely. I love how the message pushes back against the idea that your rank or title defines you. It's essentially your contributions that make you significant.
Right, exactly. And think about it. For naval junior officers or even Silicon Valley engineers striving to lead, it's not about waiting for a title to give your ideas weight. It's about recognizing the value of what you already bring to the table.
Yep, spot on.
Even if you feel like you don't know enough yet.
That really resonates with me. It's like that natural push for self-belief. Sometimes we hold back thinking we aren't senior enough to voice our ideas.
Exactly. Like when you're young and maybe reluctant to step up because of self-doubt. But here, the article tells us to step up, to lead yourself with discipline.
Exactly.
And then you naturally build trust with your team.
And isn't it interesting how they draw parallels between this idea and serving not just in the military but in cybersecurity? The same core ideas apply, right?
Right. It's really elegant. Whether you're commanding a naval vessel or managing risk in a boardroom, the leadership principles remain constant. Commit to excellence and treat every task like it's a divine calling.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sense of purpose is key.
I mean, set out to do it as if God Almighty called you at this particular moment. It really elevates the whole approach to doing good work.
It does. And it's so powerful. Excellence isn't about perfection, it's about intention. It's like, if you're sweeping the streets, do it like Michelangelo painting a masterpiece.
Right, yeah.
It's about pouring your heart into every action.
Now, one thing I want to ask is, sometimes people might say that framing work as a divine assignment could be a bit, exclusive. What do you think about that?
That's a really thought-provoking point, and I appreciate the challenge. I think the idea is more about instilling pride and passion in every task rather than about any specific religious connotation. It's like using that biblical imagery to communicate. Do it with all your heart,
I see
even if
that.
not everyone identifies with the religious side of it.
Right, it's the intent behind the work, really. And speaking of intent, another key element is the idea of preparedness. Doors open at unexpected times, but are we really prepared when they do?
Absolutely. As the saying goes in the blueprint, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your level of preparation. So whether you're in the Navy or Silicon Valley, it's all about building up your skills and mindset continually.
Yep, for sure.
The small steps add up to big opportunities.
And then there's the coaching prompt that really hits home, anchoring your life in eternal values like beauty, love, and justice. That's not just leadership, it's a moral compass for life.
Yes, precisely. It's a reminder that leadership is not divorced from character. In any effective leadership model, you design your work environment and your culture with ethics and empathy in mind. That balance
Absolutely.
between power and compassion is crucial.
And I love the way the content talks about transforming rather than destructing. Replace destruction with construction. Learn, build, organize. It's such a vivid, constructive mantra.
It sure is. It's like you're not just managing a project, but you're actively building a legacy. You're organizing your priorities, you're learning constantly, and through that effort, you earn credibility.
Yep, that's such a
Setting a
dynamic
rhythm
approach.
for leadership growth.
One of the coaching prompts even asks, am I building or burning with my words and actions? That really makes you reflect on your personal impact.
Yes, it does. It forces you to examine whether your leadership style is constructive or if there is space for improvement in how you influence others. Right?
Got to be honest with yourself. And then there's the part on resilience. Keep moving, no matter what. I mean, it's incredibly practical advice. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk or even crawl. But just keep moving.
Exactly. It's a perfect articulation of perseverance. It's about consistent progress even when the pace isn't as fast as we might like, emphasizing direction over speed.
Yes, absolutely.
This is really important in times of crisis or during setbacks.
And isn't it interesting how this blueprint ties in personal narratives? The author reflects on his own journey, from young experiences listening to Dr. King's speech to prominent roles in cybersecurity and military command.
Right. And that personal connection really makes the advice relatable. It's not just theory, it comes from lived experience, which adds a lot of weight to these leadership insights.
Very true.
The personal touch resonates deeply with many leaders.
I also appreciate the practical tips aimed at junior leaders. For naval officers and engineers alike, the call to become the go-to person to build trust early on is invaluable advice.
Definitely. It's about owning your responsibilities, stepping up even when you feel the pressure, and explicitly preparing yourself for roles of greater accountability.
Yep, every
Even if
small
it's
step
just
counts.
mastering routine tasks with excellence.
And that's where the idea of excellence as not just perfection, but as a deep intention plays a role. You're not expected to be flawless, but to show unwavering commitment and, well, heart in every task.
Exactly. It's about doing what you do with passion, like it's your calling. I love that analogy of treating a simple task like painting a masterpiece. That perspective
right
really
on.
elevates everyday work to something inspiring.
It really challenges us to think differently about leadership. It's not just about big, flashy moves. It's about how you conduct yourself day to day.
For sure. And adding another layer, the blueprint isn't just motivational fluff. It's steeped in coaching prompts. Ask yourself, where are you stepping up? Where are you holding back? These questions are essential for continuous growth.
Right,
Don't they?
those self-reflective questions keep you honest. They really do. And it also pushes leaders to prepare, to learn their craft like muscle memory, whether they're handling cybersecurity threats or leading military drills.
Exactly, which is why the blueprint is so versatile. It applies across fields. Each field just tailors the fundamentals by context. Whether it's the Navy, a tech startup, or even a community leader, the call to serve and build remains the same.
Couldn't
The
agree more.
universality of these principles is powerful.
And let's not forget, there's a spiritual underpinning here too. Ones that remind us that our work is, in a way, an act of worship. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as stated in Colossians.
Right. That adds a profound layer of meaning. It transforms work from being a day-to-day grind into something sacred. It's this blend of professional rigor and a higher purpose that many leaders find so inspiring,
Yep, total game
even if
changer.
it might not be everyone's cup of tea.
Exactly, and I will say, while I appreciate the spiritual angle, I'd also challenge that sometimes in our secular work environments, that might need a bit more contextual adaptation. What do you think?
That's a fair point. I mean, while the biblical references resonate for many, it's crucial to translate those values into everyday professional language so everyone can relate. The core idea is timeless. Commit to excellence, lead with integrity, and serve with compassion, making it
Yeah, I agree
accessible
with
to
that.
all.
Exactly. It's about the essence of character, right? And speaking of character, the blueprint really nails down the importance of living by eternal values: beauty, love, and justice, which shape the cultural legacy of any leader.
Absolutely. When you build a culture of justice and compassion, you're not just leading an organization, you're creating an environment where every individual feels valued and has room to grow.
That ripple
Truly
effect is incredible.
transformative.
And then there's the call to stay in motion. Keep moving no matter what isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a philosophy that helps us overcome setbacks.
Yes, it reminds us that leadership is a journey, not a sprint. Even if progress seems small, each step forward builds resilience and ultimately leads to success,
Right, every little
especially in
movement
tough
counts.
times.
I really admire how the blueprint wraps up with a call to share our journey, asking, "What's in your life's blueprint?" It invites a communal reflection on our path and the legacy we're building.
Absolutely. It's a call not just to action, but to meaningful dialogue, whether you're mentoring someone or reflecting on your personal achievements. It breaks down the isolation many of us feel and builds a community of shared values. A community
exactly.
built on service and integrity.
And that's why this message is so enduring. It's relevant whether you're a student, a junior officer, an engineer, or a seasoned leader.
Right. It cuts across all professional spectrums. Every leader, regardless of field, can benefit from challenging themselves with questions like, "Am I leading with my fullest potential?" and "How can I improve today?"
Yep,
driving
that
ongoing
constant self-check
personal
is
and professional
invaluable.
growth.
And when you integrate these principles, it also helps you face challenges head on, even when opportunities seem scarce, reminding you that perseverance is key.
Absolutely. From rapid changes in cybersecurity to the fast pace of military operations, the constant is our commitment to learn, build, and keep moving. Truly inspiring.
That consistency is what sets great leaders apart. So, to wrap up, we've seen that leadership isn't just about holding a position or title. It's about the daily commitment to excellence, readiness, and ethical action.
Exactly. It's a blueprint that challenges everyone to build their legacy on service, resilience, and continuous improvement. A journey that all of us can be a part of,
Right, and that's
no
something each
matter
of us
where
can
we
take
are
to
on our
heart.
career path.
Thanks for such an enlightening conversation. This blueprint definitely gives us a roadmap for both professional growth and personal fulfillment.
My pleasure. Remember, folks, every action you take builds your legacy. Keep moving, keep building, and above all, serve with integrity.
Until next time, stay inspired and keep leading with purpose.
With competence.
It's more than just wishing for advancement, isn't it? It's about actively earning the right to seize it when it comes.
And Zynga uses his own life as just this compelling living proof of this principle. He says it outright. Every time I reflect on my American journey from Pointe Noire, Congo, to commissioning as a U.S. Navy officer to serving as a CISO in Silicon Valley, I'm reminded that opportunity favors the prepared.
His journey isn't just about perseverance, though it's definitely that. It's a powerful example of consistent, intentional, often unseen preparation paying off. Again and again.
Yeah, he didn't just stumble into these high-level roles. He was ready, equipped, poised when the moment arrived.
And his leadership insight here is so sharp. It's something I think many leaders recognize. He says, You don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your level of preparation.
Oof. That forces a rethink, doesn't it, about how we handle high-stakes moments? A critical presentation, a complex negotiation, an unexpected crisis.
Totally. It suggests peak performance isn't some sudden heroic burst of inspiration.
Right. It's the culmination of consistent, deliberate, often invisible groundwork. The hours reading, the training, the small habits built over time, the mistakes you learned from. When the pressure's on, you don't magically become someone else.
You revert to your ingrained habits, your muscle memory, and readiness. Talk about the synergy there.
Well, it highlights that dynamic interplay, right? Consistent, diligent effort, that's the discipline. And being poised, capable, well-equipped for action, that's readiness. It's not just wishing for opportunities or even just working hard in general.
It's putting in the foundational work, developing the skills, building the relationships, cultivating the mindset, so that when that door swings open, maybe unexpectedly,
You are uniquely, demonstrably positioned to capitalize. You've basically earned the favor through your prior dedicated preparation.
and the coaching prompt really pushes us. Are you positioning yourself for the next level or procrastinating with the hope that someday we'll arrive with no preparation?
Yeah, it's a call to action. Now, future success is built on present investment.
So true. Okay, so we've got believe in your worth, commit to excellence, be prepared for opportunity. But what values guide you once those doors do open, once you have influence?
Ah, yes. That leads us straight into the fourth pillar, which really dives into the moral compass of leadership.
Pillar 4, anchoring your life in eternal values, beauty, love, justice. Dr. King was absolutely unwavering here. He stated flat out, in your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice.
This gets right to the heart of something profound and honestly often overlooked in today's results-driven leadership talk. Dr. King never separated leadership from morality.
Never.
He saw them as inextricably linked, two sides of one coin. This principle calls leaders to live lives grounded in ethics, empathy, and service, not just productivity.
It's such a vital reminder. What we achieve, our results, our successes, sure, they're important. But how we achieve them, the values guiding our actions, why we pursue them, maybe even more important.
It asks us to think about the deeper impact of our leadership beyond just the metrics on a spreadsheet.
And what's fascinating is how Zynga applies these timeless, maybe even abstract-sounding values, beauty, love, justice, to modern jobs that seem far removed from philosophy.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership and Success Podcast with your host, Coach BZ. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to our channels and come back for more wisdom nuggets on how you may develop into a better leader and achieve greater levels of success. Leadership is the most critical skill. The world will always need leaders to lead others, deploy the next disruptive technology, or execute a business strategy. You may as well decide on counting yourself among the 21st century leaders. See you right here next time on the Leadership and Success Podcast with Coach BZ.